BJ Soper, one of the 5 founders of Patriots. You guys all know a lot of this.
Yeah.
And what I want to talk to you today is about how
Do that first. You guys were out at the Portland rally. Across the street over there is the jail. Ammon Bundy and our Patriot brothers are up there. We got some counter protesters across the street, some good speakers here, and I'm going to say a few words in just a moment as we wrap up today's rally. We've probably got 200 to 300 out here today, down in Portland, downtown, and lots of police, lots of feds, but no problems. Everything's been good. So, and Nathan's here too.
Yep. Hello, everyone.
And somewhere, do you know where our wives are?
They're over to the right, but they're a ways away. We're not going to be able to catch them right now. Oh, it's right there. Yeah, it's back there. Okay, thanks. Well, excuse me.
Nobody wants to pick up a rifle and have to stand against our federal government. Communication is the key. When we can all sit down and talk, we're going to achieve a whole hell of a lot more than standing opposite of each other with guns. So moving forward, the learning lessons from everything is that we have to come together. We were so divided as a group, the Patriot group across the country. Why didn't you guys do this? You should be doing that. Well, the only way we're going to resolve that is when we all stand together. We have to come together and have one united voice. That message comes from all angles. It comes from phone calls. It comes from voicemails. It comes from emails. It comes from letters. And it comes from standing just like every one of us is doing today. We're standing here together, united.
You got a camera there? Okay, this is live streaming right now, so would you hold this one when Nathan and I, then we don't have to deal with it.
Go ahead and push forward if you need to.
Push. Yeah, I mean, you can just move right in here, and then you can get BJ, and then everything's going to get outside too.
I'll be angry. Let our government know exactly how angry we are. Okay? So,
we're the 3% and we're pissed!
That's right. We are the 3%. So, when we had the driving rally in Burns, we had a great message. We had a great video. And as we closed and we got in our cars, there was one statement that was made. And I think we should all say that really loud right now. And we all know the statement, and it begins with, "United we stand, divided we fall." That's right. Remember that message. Be loud. Be very loud. Let everybody know how angry you are. Let your representatives know. Let your government know. Let your sheriff know how angry we are at how this resolved itself. So, God bless everybody here. Thank you for being here. Let's continue to work together. Let's put our differences aside. Stand together, stand united, and resolve this problem before anybody else loses their life, before anybody else gets thrown in jail. Let's make our voices heard so they understand that enough is enough. All right? Thank you, guys.
Hey, we did find a debit card up here for Sherry Granado, so come claim that if you're here, okay? And, all right, well, I guess I'm supposed to wrap it up today. So I'm Gavin Seim, for those of you that don't know me. And it's great to see you all here. It's always wonderful to see people rally and stand for liberty. And what I'd like to do first is, for those who would like to, is to kneel with me. Father, I want to first pray for those across the road from us. I want to ask that you open our hearts, that we can unite in liberty, and that we can love our neighbor as ourselves, and that we can stand by for justice for all, rather than always fighting and opposing one another. I want to pray for our nation, God, that you would open our hearts and remove the blindness and grant us repentance so that we can stand with liberty. We can stand for the liberty that Lavoie and Ammon and the Patriots across this nation since it was founded have stood for. We're flawed, and we've failed in so many ways, and we've failed to defend the weak and the fatherless and the widow. But we ask that you give us strength and courage and open our eyes from blindness so that we can stand for liberty. Amen.
Amen.
Now, before I continue, I'm going to be pretty brief here, but I want to have my brother Nathan come up too. And you've seen probably Nathan on a video or two, but he's been doing a lot of work in the background on this, trying to help keep the narrative going. And I just want to have him make a brief statement on today's topic, and then I will wrap us up and we will move on. Let's go.
Yeah. My name is Nathan Seim, and I wanted to talk to you all about, do you remember the last video that LaVoy put out the day before he died?
Yeah.
He was talking to the Burns Paiute. And I want to talk to everybody, not just the Patriot movement, the natives, from the Haudenosaunee to the Kumeyaay in California, all the way across the country, to the Black Lives Matter movement, to the Middle Eastern people, the Arabs, the Jews, I don't care, everyone. It's all the same cause. We all have legitimate grievances here. You know, we're not separate, we're not divided. They're abusing, you know, the black community the same as they're abusing the Patriots. They're abusing the Indians and stealing their land exactly the same. There's a man in Nevada, just north of
stealing Indian land. What are you talking about?
There's a man in Nevada just north of Cliven who they took his cattle.
100 feet.
They took his cattle and nobody stood up for him. They came and stood up for Cliven. We have to unite and be together as one, not just the Patriot movement, but all the movements. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, you know what? We got people with different opinions here, and I want to talk about that. I want to tell a little story. There was once a tyrant prince, and he had people that were dissatisfied with his reign, and he wanted him and his bureaucrats to control them. And so he said, well, what we need to do is we need to divide them one against the other. We need to divide the eye colors, and we need to divide the beliefs and the races, and those to go to churches with tall steeples and those to go to churches with short steeples, and we need to divide people against one another. Friends, we need to unite in liberty. We don't unite by standing with tyrants, we unite by standing against them on principle and for peace. As we stood on this corner down here, I saw a building, and on its walls was engraved the word Justice Center. And I cannot think of a place more unjust than this place. We scrap and we fight and we worry about terrorists and ISIS funded by our own government, and we worry about the people coming down our streets. Well, if ISIS comes down our street, nobody's going to fault me for defending myself. But if my government comes down the street, I become the terrorist. You see, I don't care. As a Christian, I have my firm resolve in my beliefs, and I'll tell that to everyone. But if someone is of another faith, or if they're Muslim, or even if I completely disagree with them, as long as they're not violating the rights of another, I will be defending their rights as well. LaVoy Finicum loved his neighbor. LaVoy Finicum loved these protesters across the street, and here's the thing that people don't realize. These people across the street, friends, we're on the same side. We both want our government to give us our land. We want our government to stop abusing our wives and our children and our brothers. We want liberty for our posterity. We have to stand up because we did this to this nation. We allowed a government of terrorists. And let's be clear, we see news stories and we share posts about ISIS, and we say, look at these terrorists. Friends, have you ever noticed that these black-robed tyrants look very similar? The greatest terrorists in this nation sit in that courtroom down the street. We terrorize the innocent and the widow and the fatherless and the weak and those who cannot defend themselves. We lock them in cages. We destroy their lives for nothing. The black and the Indian and the Mexican and the white, anyone is not safe from the hands of a tyrant prince. We need to stop pointing the fingers at our neighbors, and we need to start pointing the fingers at ourselves for allowing this evil. But at the same time, we need to remember that our words have power. We need to stop compromising our words. We need to stop saying, well, I don't agree with them, but I'm going to try and work within the system. You do not work within evil. You work within righteousness. You do not work within tyranny. You work within principle. You do not work within hate. You work within love. And I think Jesus said it best. He said, this is law. You love God and you love your neighbor as yourself. And this fundamental principle is where our Constitution comes from. Loving your neighbor as yourself. Because when you love your neighbor as yourself, you cannot abuse your neighbor. And this carries forth into the principles of law. Life, liberty, and property equally for all. We hold these truths to be self-evident. And so as I close, and I hope we'll move on to Salem and keep the message going, we need to remember that our voice has power, that our words have power. We do not be silent. We do not stand still. We defend our neighbor.
Yeah, I like Gavin. Can I get an extra man mic? I start to get
Okay. Here, you can, hang on. I got it. I'm good. Thank you. Here, let's just move over here. You good. Okay, what can I do for you guys?
First of all, how did you come to be here in Clinton today? You got here from
How to be here in Oregon?
Yeah.
I just showed up because we have all these principled men across the street locked in a cell because they upheld the Constitution. And so people are gathering and they're saying, hey, we want justice.
Did Ammon ask you to be here, or did somebody sort of ask you to come participate in this Portland rally?
No, I mean, I'm involved in political things, and I speak a lot about these things, and so, of course, people tell me when they're going on, and when I can, I just try and show up and be supportive.
So you just showed up of your own? You decided this
Yeah,
was supposed to
absolutely.
be today? Because I know these are happening in Utah, I know they're
Right.
all over.
Well, and I'm from Washington, and this was one of the closer ones to me, and so I just wanted to be as supportive as I could for the Bundys and for the family. But really, it's for everybody. It's for Black Lives Matter. It's for the whites. It's for the blacks. It doesn't matter. It's about a government that respects the people.
So I heard you compare the federal judges in these courts here
Right.
to terrorists.
Right.
Can you tell me what you mean by that?
Well, a terrorist is someone who uses threats of extortion and violence to get their way, and that's exactly what our court system and our justice system has done all across this nation. Everything you do, right down to the humble traffic ticket, is essentially a death penalty if you resist. And so all the way up these federal courts, they say this is law, this is politeness, this is order. But there is no law. Our Constitution is the law. The law is our right to speech. It's our right to movement. It's our right to property. It's our right to be free and uninhibited. And so I would ask the people of this nation who are constantly terrified of their government. They're terrified when they're pulled over on a dark, lonely road at night. They're terrified about what's happening to this nation. Who are the terrorists?
But do you think if you were a federal judge who has never harmed a person, who has acted lawfully and does your best to interpret the law, don't you think that would be an extremely offensive comparison?
Absolutely not. I cannot think of someone in this nation who has harmed more people than a federal judge. The law is this Constitution. They don't get to interpret it. They get to uphold that law and defend people's rights.
Right.
And what's
I mean,
happening
the
is...
comparison is of people who are literally beheading people, and...
Do you know how many people our government killed? How many American people on our soil they killed last year in 2015? About 1,200. And I don't know the numbers of how many people were beheaded by ISIS. And don't get me wrong, I mean, they're wicked as well. But terrorism is terrorism. And so here it takes the shape of politeness and large, grand buildings and iron cells. And there it takes the shape of immediate violence, which is more grotesque to our eyes. But both of them shock the conscience when families are torn apart and fathers are locked in jail, when there is no victim, when there is nobody to come in court and say, I was harmed. The victim has become the state. And what's happened, just as they killed Lavoy Finicum, they are saying, we the state are the power, you are the subject.
Can you state your name and your title for us?
I'm Gavin Seim, and I'm just a Christian and a patriot and somebody that believes in loving my neighbor. Thank you.
So you see it you see the government and the federal court system very, very literally as tyrannical.
They are very literally as tyrannical. The law is very explicit. The law says, for example, under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, that the federal government cannot own land like the Malheur Wildlife Refuge. And of course, that's just one part of the message. Ammon Bundy, it wasn't just about a wildlife refuge. It was about not terrorizing farmers. It was about keeping the land where it belongs. It was about state rights. It was about individual rights.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to
I
find
know
my
how it
lens
works.
covered in the rain.
Yeah,
So
I know.
like, oh, crap, this is not good.
So at the end of the day, people say, well, it's a shocking thing to call a judge a terrorist. Most people are terrified to go even into a courtroom to observe. And I would challenge anybody who does not believe me to go into their court and to watch and to observe what's happening in these courtrooms and watch the terror in people's eyes and on their faces and feel the terror that they're put under by this justice system. A justice system that's supposed to be upholding the principles of life, liberty, and property. That's the only job of our government, is to defend that equally. So I hope that answers the questions.
It does. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Do you have any affiliation either with cows or with any?
I've worked with some of the cows people, and I work with anyone who's standing up for liberty. So yeah. Thank you. Is it still on? No, it's not on. Oh yeah, it is. Hey, okay guys, we're near enough. The rain just came, so our timing is perfect, and we're going to move on to Salem and have a rally down there. And there's our wives over there, and Nathan. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. What's the plan?
In Salem?
Yeah, I think we're going to ride down there. Hopefully the clouds are not that far yet, huh?
I'll be down there.
Good.
It rains about 150 days out of the year.
Yeah. Cyrus, you're on YouTube. Do you have anything to say about the law? Not today? Okay.
You're in Soap Lake, right?
Yes.
Sue Arbuthnot. I talked to Nathan at one point back in the day when you were on your show,
Right.
and so forth. We're making a documentary. Richard and I were independent documentary filmmakers here in Burns. We'd love to talk with you at some point about that event and how you, were able to.
Yeah, get in touch. You can email me. You can also get a hold of Nathan, and we're together all the time. Okay.
Yeah, and so we might just
Well,
come
that's
up your
rare.
way.
Well, except for when they put it out online.
Here's
I don't know how
that's
I
one of our
got
cards,
it,
so you can check up on what we do.
It's not that hard to get a hold of. It's not really that hard to get a hold of.
but we love the area. Actually, I worked on the Grand Coulee Dam Laser Light Show.
Oh, cool.
Did you see it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I just saw it last year.
Oh, you did? Okay, because it just opened
It's
last year.
nice. Yeah, it's really cool.
So we want to come up and talk with you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Good to
perfect.
meet you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the organizers? Let's find the organizers. He's at the window? What? What? Just a minute. We will soon. Be patient. Where's your wife? We don't want to lose people. We got a lot of.
We're gonna help the Portland Police Department out. We're gonna file by peacefully with no words. Just move right onto your vehicles. We know our meeting place. Let's show some good support.
Okay, where's
for the job they've done.
Just gonna keep this rolling for now, guys. Man, buddy. You got your wife, Nathan?
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks for having a day, too. Thanks for making it so peaceful. Thank you. Thank you for helping.
Please defend the peace.
Let's communicate about how we're going to go.
We'll probably be heading out here. Hey, we love you guys. Just listening. I thought I heard something.
Gavin, I don't even know if I have stuff for. I'm never going to see. I need to find Lisa Bundy. I have stuff that she knows she's going to get. Have you seen her around here?
I have not. I don't know where she is. How are we doing? There's Lisa Bundy. Just so this is still on the air, so just so you know, do you have anything you want to say to people?
Well, I just got done seeing Ammon.
Okay.
And he's wondering if everybody still knows and is staying active. So
Absolutely.
Let's let him continue to remember that we are.
Right.
And he is missing me and the children terribly. It was a very emotional visit.
Right.
But he says we need to keep reading our constitutions, keep educating ourselves and educating our families, getting the words out, holding strong, staying true. He said it was still worth it. So if it's worth it to him, then it's worth it to us, right, guys?
Yeah, well, we hope to see him, but thank him for all of us. You know, I mean,
I will.
I hope they were able to see people out here.
He did see it.
Good.
He did see it.
Good.
He saw it. So, and he was grateful. And you're Nathan, right?
Nathan, good to meet you, Lisa.
Nice to meet you.
Did I meet you earlier?
No, Candace. This is my girlfriend, Candace. Yeah.
Candace, good to meet you. Whoops.
Okay.
I'm Gavin's wife.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello, baby. Oh, yeah. You baby too. And these are your children?
Okay.
Trying to clear it out here. This thing is on the air.
The police are about ready to come in on these guys here and bust these guys, these protests from over there. So they just asked us to get out of the way so that when they come in, they make a sweep on only those guys.
So, Tom, hey.
Bust them.
Hey!
These
guys were causing problems.
Yeah, this is my Christmas thing. Oh, right. Yeah,
We all need to work together.
Hello. Well, you're putting the word out there.
Hi, good to meet you, Lisa.
You're with Lisa?
Hey, I just want to shout out to Kelly and April for organizing this. I don't see them around here right now, but you girls did a great job. So thank you for putting this together. People are stepping up to keep the message going. Thanks for coming. City Hall, City Hall.
Right there.
Oh, they're trying to move us away from the sheriff, so. They're mine, we're still mine.
Yeah, that's I got my grandkids. This one moves real tight, man. Especially in a crazy place like this.
I think that's, why don't we reconnoiter over there? Yeah. You mean reconnoiter? You used the wrong big word. Yeah. I think you're probably right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Quick, quick. I don't know. I got some impression that they were going to try and. He said they were going to bust these guys, but I don't know for what. They were mainly, you know, they were belligerent, but you know, they have that right. So I'm just, but I don't know. They might just be talking to them and trying to disperse people. I think they were concerned that things were getting too agitated. So as long as they, I don't see.
Thanks for coming up, brother.
Good to see you.
Yeah, if the police get hostile, we need to get videos here.
It doesn't matter who it is, but hopefully they won't. I mean, it looks like everything's peaceful so far.
Let's not make these guys feel like we're intimidating them.
Okay. Stay close.
What are we doing?
Hey, we love you guys too.
You're my fucking hero. Because you got a big mouth and no brain.
Thanks
it's all right,
for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for standing
We
up.
support you.
Oh.
Thank you. You guys take care. Good to see you out here.
You guys going to Salem?
I think so, yeah.
Excellent.
Hopefully it's sunny there.
We should have just made a big convoy with flags. That's all.
You know what's going on over here? I see a lot of police. Are they giving the counter protesters trouble, or just
they were
just trying to disperse
everybody? No, actually not.
They're just trying to make sure nothing gets out of hand. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for being here. Looks like everything's all right.
We're okay, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want anybody getting abused. Hey, buddy. Okay, let's see. Do you have anything you want to say?
I don't think so. I think I've covered it.
Okay. We've been going for about 20 minutes here, so it's getting bandwidth down here. Okay, so this building, this is, I don't know what they call this park, but right over here, this is the terrorist center right across here. They call it the Justice Center, but this is where they terrorize and abuse and extort the innocent in our nation today. And they have a George Washington quote. I think if he was here, he would probably take a can of spray paint and unquote his name from this building of injustice. But I don't know. He'd probably be arrested for that. But yeah. Okay. And then across here, no, actually right here. And do we know, is Ammon standing there? Ammon's somewhere right up in this building, and so he's watching us, and other patriots up there too. I don't know I think Pete is still here, John Ritzheimer. Most of them are in this building. Cliven has been moved, but we have a whole bunch of good men locked in this cage. You know, they make it look pretty and shiny and nice on the outside, but it's all about abuse. That's what this is about. And so, sad thing. And that's where our appeal to heaven comes in. We carry the message, and we try and let even these counter-protesters know that we're not against them. We're for our neighbor. We're for liberty. That's what it's all about. And so everything, for the most part, was pretty peaceful. You know, we had some people trying to rile up the situation, but we have to be peaceful. We have to be principled. We have to be calm. And I think I'm going to close this down. I'm sure you can't see Ammon any lower his video, but there's Nathan Seim.
If there's anybody watching this who are members of Indian movements, Black Lives Matter, Middle Eastern movements, Jewish groups, any groups that are not the Patriot movement, because I'm already in contact with them, get a hold of me. gavinforliberty@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. We're looking for allies.
And it's not about race. It's not about division. It's about holding government accountable and standing up. And obviously, lawlessness, obviously looting, things like that, those are wrong. We need to unite in principle, all of us, and restore this nation in liberty and in law. I see Kelly down there. Kelly, is he up there?
Yeah.
Where's he at? Do you know which window is he in?
Ammon is 6 up. So I'm over here. Okay, so go to this glass box.
Yeah.
Okay. Look to the left. When I count down, there's 1, 2, 3. There's Ammon.
From on the first one to the left.
I'm sorry, far left.
Oh, the far left. Okay. 3 down.
1, 2, 3.
There he is. Okay. I can't really see him, but my eyes aren't that great.
Straight across here, lights on. It actually will be easier for the next hour. That's Brian
Okay. Okay.
Although, why can't we see anything? Oh, that's just a reflection.
It's hard to see probably because the light back here is so much brighter, whereas at night. Hey, we're still live streaming. Do you have anything? This is Kelly, and you and April were kind of the main organizers, but I know there was lots of people helping.
Carol and Brandon and lots of people.
Do you have anything you want to say to people before I close this out?
Oh gosh, that there's more Americans supporting us than what most people believe, and to stand. It's time to stand.
Unite. We need to unite and set aside the bitterness. And
it's time to stand together. We don't even hardly need our Second Amendment when people stand together, when our government allows us to speak up and to put the pressure on the elected officials we need to put so that they'll represent us accordingly, and we want them to represent us. We want our lands back. We want our state separated. We don't want federal government to be our landlords anymore. Yeah. We're done with that. We didn't hire them for that. We didn't elect them for that. They have no accountability to us, so they should not be our landlords anymore.
Right.
They need to stop. So.
Yeah. Cool. The government didn't give us our rights, and they certainly can't take them away. Yes.
I got his interview. He's the man. You the man.
Okay, so
I got Gavin.
Okay.
Got Gavin, got BJ.
All right, guys, I'm going to sign off for now. I don't know if I'll do a quick live stream at Salem or not, but the message is clear. The message Lavoie had was clear. It's about liberty. It's about loving our neighbor. Thank you. It's about uniting. It's about justice. It's about the rule of law. And so no matter where you are, whether you're in America or another country, whether you're in Oregon or another state, you know, whether you consider yourself a patriot or a normal person, the new normal has become tyranny. We need to make the normal liberty once again.
According to that picture that the Bundys posted, that's the corner they were on. We were just over there. We had people waving out the windows on that. I think it might be him because it looks just like that same picture. It doesn't have a flagpole in it. It doesn't have one person to another. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I've been watching you, and I hope there's more people that watch you. From a guy who knows about military history during the Nazi occupation, I've seen it happen again.
Right. So, yeah, we got to keep standing.
I don't know what we can do to educate our young people, because like my daughter's 16 going to high school, they don't talk about this.
Get them out of those public schools, man. I mean, that's
I know.
Teach them. Those are the indoctrination centers now.
Right.
Teaches them how to be compliant.
Amen.
Yeah.
They tell you if your kids don't have shots, they can't come to school. Our school didn't like it when we told them that our kids coming to school no matter what.
And my boy, they don't go to school, and that's why we were driving down here last night talking about the principles of law. And they don't teach you that in school. They teach you to comply. They teach you to submit. Now, You were doing security here today, right? Brandon, do you want to say hello? Or?
Brandon T. Williams.
You guys have a Facebook page?
Oregon Security Force 3%.
Right on. Absolutely. Are they now? Did they say Ammon was somewhere else, or?
So we were around the other side, and they were waving at us. Did you see the "I love you"?
Yes, I did.
So the only place you can see without trees, flagpoles, or whatever is that corner, the back corner. And we just had a shadow behind the window waving at us like this.
Oh, okay, cool. That's great. All right, guys.
I think some of the people are going down there.
Yeah, we might walk down there. But
how of a political prisoner still be in jail?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Because we have a lawless government. That's why.
We do.
And we have a lawless government because we have a lawless nation that rejected law and got love and
we have a leader in the country, the state that doesn't do shit.
Yeah, people don't stand up.
But
yeah,
I'm just really upset that the people don't care about the people.
Well, it all falls to us because we keep putting these people there for promises of false security and for freebies, and it's on both sides of the party.
Bottom line is, I put my trust in God.
That's right. That's where it's at.
Whatever happens, He knows what's going to happen.
Yes. Yes. All right, man. Take care. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go for now so that everything's done on the live stream.